This is the Battlefront plastic Marder IFV kit. Marder is a Cold War West German infantry fighting vehicle for the Team Yankee and Tanks the Modern Age games. Marder was one of the first Western IFVs to enter service, being adopted in 1971. IFVs are primarily designed to carry infantry, but they're better armed and more capable than earlier APC designs. This kit is the Marder expansion kit for Tanks the Modern Age. The plastic in this expansion is the same found in the West German Marder Zug box set for Team Yankee. This is an in-box review designed to give you a quick look at the plastic. It doesn't have the history, build or stats sections of a full review. The expansion kit blister contains one unassembled Marder on a single sprue of dark green plastic. It also contains one Marder tank card, one hero card, 3 crew cards and 1 upgrade card. The blister insert also has the assembly instructions. Marder is a pretty simple kit. The only option is whether or not to include the Milan missile launcher at the commander's position. Originally an option, Milan was fitted as standard to all Marders by 1979. Let's look at the plastic. Marder comes on a single sprue. Parts are generally well moulded with a good level of detail in crisp and strong relief. Tracks are keyed so they'll only go on one way. The tracks are one-piece parts. Drive sprockets, road wheels and idlers have some good bolt detail. The tracks are simplified along the top of the track run, but have more detail on the sides and bottom where it will be more visible. The hull has good engine deck and vent details. Moulding of the driver and troop hatches is strong and will show up well. Hull hatches are all moulded closed. At the rear of the hull you can see the plate blanking off the rear remote control machine gun position. The initial Marder design had a rearwards facing gun mount here, but this was quickly removed once the vehicle entered service. You can also see the gun ports allowing the passengers to fire from within the vehicle. In service these were welded shut and then eliminated entirely. The later Marder 1A3 version added extra side armour plates that completely covered this area. Marder's main armament is a Rheinmetall 20mm cannon. The barrel and part of the turret mount is moulded as a single piece here. Take care not to damage the barrel when cutting this part from the sprue. There's no spare. The rest of the gun mount and turret parts are here. This is probably the most complex part of the kit assembly, so reference the instructions as you go. As I said, the only option for the Marder kit is the Milan launcher. This was initially an option, with the infantry squad's launcher being able to be mounted at the commander's position on the turret. This is a very exposed position. The commander can only fire or reload the missile while exposed to incoming fire with his hatch open. By 1979 all Marders had received their own Milan launcher as standard issue. 4 rounds of ammunition were carried in the vehicle. The space they occupied necessitated dropping the troop carrying capacity from 7 men to 6. Here's an image of the completed Marder kit. It builds up into a nice vehicle for the table. This is the later NATO standard chemical-resistant camouflage scheme of black and brown over a NATO green base. Prior to the early 1980s, Marder was fielded in the earlier Bundeswehr yellow-olive single-colour scheme. The 20mm gun barrel is quite overscale and thick. This is probably a good thing in a gaming piece. It should take the handling of normal play without breaking. Marder also has a 7.62mm coaxial machine gun. In this view you can see the unusual turret configuration. The design has the gun mounted above the turret on an arm. This allows the gun to be sighted and fired with the turret behind cover. The mounting arm also houses the 6 smoke discharges. As far as I can tell, this is a Marder 1A2. It has the remote control rear machine gun removed. The later and most numerous version, the 1A3, added extra spaced armour plates to the hull sides and top deck to defeat modern top attack munitions. This armour package isn't included in the kit. This tank's expansion contains these cards for use in the game. As well as the vehicle and crew cards, there's an add-on card for the Milan missile. If you buy the Team Yankee box you get 5 vehicles. Here's the Team Yankee stat card for the Marder transport. These equip Panzer Grenadier units, giving the West German mechanised infantry both mobility and firepower. A peek at this organisation chart for a Marder Panzer Grenadier company shows Marders fielded alongside Leopard 1 or 2 tanks. The chart lists artillery, mortars, air defence and recon units in the support options. For more information on West German forces in Team Yankee, check out Leopard, the West German Forces book. So that's the Marder IFV from Battlefront for Team Yankee and tanks. It's an unusual vehicle and one I've been waiting to have a look at for a while. I don't field West Germans myself, but this looks like it will be a fun build.